What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another video where today we're actually going to be looking at a complete new artist that is quite new in the K-pop world, and his name is KISU, and he is coming out with his new MV, Cheeseburger. Now, I don't know about you guys, but this is a video that just makes me hungry by looking at a title. I would say let's not waste any more time, let's jump right into the MV, Cheeseburger. Like always, before we actually start with the video, if you do enjoy the content that you actually like, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you subscribe, and I would say let's not waste any more time and let's click play. I would say this is KISU. Let's actually see if he has some face softening on his face. I'm always a little bit intrigued about this, but it actually looks like there is I don't know if this is actually done with software, but it looks good. You know, he has a bit of a cheek line. Again, in a lot of K-pop videos, they tend to disappear because they put a filter over it and then it loses it. So it's hard for me to say, but one thing I can say is that he is wearing makeup, which is still fine. You know, that's understandable. Also, I still like as well that they are playing with the sign, like it's moving in the background, gives the background a little bit of an atmosphere, you know, not that something just stands still and then the word cheeseburger appears. Nice, good job here. Good idea as well to make something move in the background. Also, I can see a bit of a grain effect on top of the video. It's always nice. I think it fits the atmosphere also because in this case, KISU, I would say, is a bit smaller as a production company or with this production company. And, you know, showing those imperfections is always nicer because you can always grow from them. Going full in with a big budget and focusing your budget on the wrong elements is not the best aspect, if I would say so. And doing small things like this, you get rid of those imperfections of even choosing cheaper cameras, even though I think in this case, they're still using high-end cameras, but it fits the tone a little bit better. They love bokeh in this video though. Like, if you think about it, everything in the background is blurred out. It seems like they just shot with the lens open non-stop. I used to be the person as well to shoot like this, even though now I tend to sometimes just open up the camera a little bit lesser so I can get a little bit more details into the shot, you know, because I'm still curious. What is in the background? Where actually are we? We can see a couple of walls, but, you know, small details are always nice to see. Good as well on the lip sync here on what we see, you know, comparing his voice to what we actually see. It's spot on. Even up to today, even with Blackpink and Pink Venom, there still seems as if there is problems with them matching the voice to the voice on what we see on the end product. And I don't understand why this happens, but it seems like it does. So here there's one thing that I noticed a couple of times throughout the shot. So it's not only on him, but I also saw it, for example, on the woman. Let's see if we can pick it up on the woman as well. It was one of the beginning shots. It's basically shots like this. You can basically see the reflection of the light on her face. This means either two things. Either she's a bit warm and she's sweaty, or the light is just a bit too bright. What they should have done is added maybe a filter on top of the light, you know, to dim it down a little bit or diverse the light a little bit more, because seeing small things like this, seeing these small little highlights, it's not the best thing to show on video. Of course, you would most likely only see this after the production, but it's something they should learn, especially when they want to make their next video. Focus on these small details. It just makes it a bit better every time. For example, here it's gone and it's much, much better. You see the lighting scenario also changed because most likely this is a second shot. The camera is also a little bit further away. It makes sense, but it's just a little bit better. But then again, here you can see as well that he has, I would say, two light sources. One is like on the right side and one is pointing straight at him. Yeah, don't do that. It's really annoying, I think, if lights are pointing straight at you. I think it's very hard to look at the camera as well, especially when you have a massive light source without a diffuser. They should have fixed this as well. Again, this is the job actually of the guy in charge of the lighting. He should have understood this as well. But again, I hope they can improve on this on the future video. Hey guys, if you want, maybe I can help you out in the next video. I'm there for you as well. Oh, there you can actually see it quite clearly. And then it's also the last point. You can see that there's just a massive light here giving a bit of a Tesla logo. And they are also, again, you can see that same formula again. There is a light source somewhere to the right. A very good solution here, by the way, as a tip, like if they are interested, if they ever will watch my video, is to actually use what these high-end production companies use, and that's actually those tubes. They actually diffuse light really, really well, and it lights up the faces quite professionally. Look at the behind the scenes of Pink Venom. They use them a lot there, and it makes sense. They are fantastic lights. Good job, though, on the lip sync. One thing though, like I don't know what he's talking about because this is like a pre-production video that I got from the company themselves. So I'm actually just looking at the final production before release. But one thing I want to point out is I don't have subtitles. I don't know what he's referring to with cheeseburger. Like, is he comparing her to a cheeseburger? I don't really know. I like cheeseburgers. Maybe that's his thing. He compares women to cheeseburgers. That's nice as well. Here again, the lighting is in a really good condition. It looks fantastic, you know. These small inconsistencies are things that you can work on in future productions, but again, it's just something that you need to focus on, and I hope they see it as well. I hope the people that are going to watch this video are also going to see it, and they're going to be like, that's a good point. We should fix it for our next video. Again, let's see. Maybe I really want to go on a behind the scenes or maybe help them with a production in the future. If they will allow me, I will fly to Korea myself if I have to help you guys out. What was that? I think I saw a little bit of a focus shift there. Oh yeah, are they shooting this on autofocus? Whoa, 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 whoa! I just there. Do you see the focus? It all of a sudden went out of focus for like a millisecond. I cannot imagine that they shot this on autofocus, but this is something that's what you call out of focus hunting or focus hunting. I normally see it on when your camera is on autofocus, but let's see if we can find it actually. Let's see if we can find the frame. Can we not do that on? No, we cannot actually do it, but let's have a look. There we go. Out of focus. I found it. But something like this should not happen in productions. I've seen it a couple times in videos, of course. But in these elements, when it's very short, it's really hard to say if this was something that was planned. But normally this is not planned because they try to fix it as quick as possible, or the camera is trying to fix it. So try to work on these things as well.
I just want you.
Wait, it's a duo? I thought this is a soloist. Well, I'm just blown away, to be honest. Very nice voices, though. Very soothing. So this particular shot I can actually enjoy for one particular reason. It actually looks like a shot that was accidentally filmed, and the way she's laughing was actually her on set, like she was fooling around and something went wrong, and they still used it. Like you can see it here, like, that was a little bit stupid from me. I'm a little bit embarrassed. Another thing that I notice here in the background is actually the light source here. Don't use it. You know, it's way too bright compared to the rest of the scene. Maybe they should have hidden it a little bit or done something with it, or put a little bit of a light artwork there, an LED wall or something to make it look a little bit, you know, unique. Maybe neon lights would look cool, especially in a burger shop. It also fits. This just looks way too professional because you don't use them in a store. You would use them for a scenario like this. But it does show they actually do have these light sources here, the beams. So I wonder what went wrong with the lighting conditions when they were lighting up those close-up shots on their face. Hold up. Heinz bottles in the background. Did you guys pay Heinz? I always think this is a difficult situation because, you know, when it comes to Tabasco or Heinz, you see in a lot of K-pop videos that they tend to just not show them because of problems with copyright logos and everything like that. So I wonder how this goes. Maybe they're lucky because it's a smaller group, but it's still nice to actually see a brand for once in a video. You tend to normally never see this. They look so good though. What actually happened there? One sec. I want to see something. So I was looking at her, but he is singing the words. But what is she doing? Like, what is she doing? Was she trying to bite a hamburger, but there was no hamburger? Was she trying to say the word lover? It's a little bit questionable because Because all of a sudden he continues singing, but she doesn't. Come on, eat it, girl. Stick it in your mouth. Chew it. One more thing that I noticed in this video is actually the color grade is a bit of a hit and miss. So I understand that they're trying to follow that same formula throughout the entire video. But when you start looking at different shots, so this is a little bit more green toned and blue toned. Not blue toned, sorry. It's a little bit warmer toned. It's not blue. Where am I in the video? It's a little bit warmer toned and green toned. So a little bit more green. You can see the green shadows here because, again, that happens when you green tone elements. But when you go to the next shot, it's a little bit more bluer. The question is, which tone do I prefer? I actually like both of them, but they should have gone with one or the other direction. And also, he's lit up a little bit better. And then here, again, it's that green tone again, but it's just a little bit warmer. So it feels different again, which is interesting. Very cute video, though. This is always one of those videos that I wanted to make for an artist, but I just never found an artist. But I do like it that they were able to film this entire video in this one location, most likely a little restaurant, and then they got some hamburgers. I don't know if this is even a burger shop, but it's still breathtaking to see it. You know, like for me, this is such more respectful than any of the bigger groups because we're talking about budgets, okay? But what is beautiful here is that they cramp so much into a small place and they have to utilize it as much as possible. You know, let's get a scene where everyone is enjoying it. Let's get a bubble machine. Boom, bubble machines. And then we have bubbles. Let them play with it. Ooh, did he try to feed me a cheeseburger? I would really, I could go for a cheeseburger right now. I might actually make one after eating this video, making this video. That's how hungry I actually am. Impressive. Is that the end of the video? Hold up, we're in a complete different location. I mean, the nice thing is that we still have those B shots basically in the background. And also we have all the names of everyone that has been included in the video. Let's see if anything happens. You know, it's always nice to look at these kind of videos. Oh, so he actually works there all of a sudden? But to be honest, just thinking about it, this is also a very interesting place to look at because all of a sudden here it says pizza service. Maybe they should have removed that sticker. I don't know what it is, but could have been a good place, you know, to basically say it. Because again, I don't understand why they have hamburgers in a pizza store. Cute anyway, you know. I'm just very picky actually, so don't be mean. All of a sudden I have the sunlight. Wow, I need to close the curtain 1 sec, guys. Man, even God is trying to basically blind me from looking at this video. Let's continue watching anyway. And I think that's actually it. Oh, still not. This could be his second video. He has different hair color, so completely different set. You can hear Korean in the background. You can see a Hyundai car in the front. This is for sure Korea. So this is KISU with Cheeseburger. I was not even aware of it, that KISU is actually a duo, and that's nice to see as well. I was a little bit surprised by it because you are introduced to the second person much later on in the video. And especially if you're the first time looking at this group, you wouldn't have understood that until you looked at the entire video. I didn't know it, and for a first time, it's always nice to get introduced to characters, especially when it's more than one, because it's just easier to understand, like, oh, there's all of a sudden a second person. Is he an actor? Is he a singer? It's always just good to know those small elements. But I do, and I will say that this video is actually quite remarkable, especially for how much they try to include into the video, purely because everything is filmed in one location and they cramped in as many elements throughout the entire location. You have to think about it. I mean, to put everything in a small restaurant is a very tough task because you have to make every shot look unique. One question though, why did you not use this at all throughout the entire MV? I thought it was a beautiful shot, has a lot of depth to it, you can see a little bit more about the restaurant, and I do like it. It gives a bit of character to the video. Most likely, and I hope so at least, they actually did film a couple of shots because they have a shot here. It would have been just nice for them to include different elements of the store, because again, was it a set, was it not a set? But seeing a kitchen like this just opens up the realm a little bit, you know, giving space to the characters, giving space to everything that's happening, and it maybe would have helped a little bit more, again, to show different aspects of all the rooms. That's what I would have included, especially if you're anyway in a small location. It would have just opened it up a little bit. But for the rest, I think the song is very cute. I think the story is very cute from what I saw. It seems like that cheeseburger was more or less the attraction point of the entire MV, in the sense of like she was the cheeseburger of their lives, and that's nice. And I do wish there were subtitles. I just don't know it yet. I'm gonna watch the MV again once it's live on YouTube, and I hope there will be subtitles. I also like the entire concept, especially for smaller groups. This is a very powerful video. Less is more, and I hope that from all the things, all the critical things that I talked about, they can move forward and improve the video more and more over the entire production value. So this is my entire wish to KISU. And of course, guys, like I said, if you do want me on set once, then just invite me over. I'm an analyst of these sort of elements. Like that's what I do with YouTube anyway, and I really enjoy just taking apart these videos to see how can you improve them. Because if I go on projects, I also need to understand, okay, how can I improve the next time? How can I get better? How can I improve the lighting? How can I improve certain elements? You know, do I need to bring a new camera? Do I need to use a new lens? But yeah, guys, that is my analysis of KISU and Cheeseburger. I hope you did enjoy today's video, and of course, if you did, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you subscribe, and I look forward to see you on the next video.